हे त्यांची ही प्रकट मुलाखत घेणार आहे आणि लगेचच आता या मुलाखतीला आपण सुरुवात करतो. धन्यवाद.
नमस्कार. कार्यक्रमाच्या उत्तरार्धात मी सगळ्यांचं पुन्हा एकदा स्वागत करतो. मगाशी मी सांगितलं की 12वीची परीक्षा सायन्स घेणाऱ्या विद्यार्थ्यांच्या दृष्टीने सगळ्यात महत्त्वाची असते. आयुष्यातला तो टर्निंग पॉइंट आहे. त्यामुळे विद्यार्थ्यांना अनेक शंका असतात. कसा अभ्यास करायचा हा त्यांच्याकडे प्रश्न असतो. अनेक लोक विचारतात व्हॉट इज द सिक्रेट ऑफ सक्सेस. मला असं वाटतं आम्ही सगळे टीचर्स मुलांना गाईड करतच असतो, पण ज्यांनी ऍक्च्युली यश मिळवलंय त्यांच्याकडून जर त्यांना ऐकता आलं तर नथिंग लाईक दॅट. आणि म्हणून निखिल बांदेकर सरांच्या मनात अशी कल्पना आली की टॉपर्स लोकांची जर आपण मुलाखत घेतली तर त्यांचा मुलाला नक्की फायदा होईल. आणि म्हणून 22 जुलैला पुण्यात यशवंतराव थिएटरला पुण्याच्या टॉपर्सची आम्ही मुलाखत घेतली. त्याला खूप छान रिस्पॉन्स मिळाला आणि म्हणून मुंबईच्या टॉपर्सची मुलाखत घ्यावं असं मनात आलं आणि म्हणून आजचा आपण कार्यक्रम ठेवलेला आहे. असं म्हणतात की इट शुड कम फ्रॉम हॉर्सेस माउथ. विद्यार्थी ज्यांना यश मिळाले त्यांनी जर यश कसं मिळवावं या बाबतीत सांगितलं थिंग्स दे डू द थिंग्स डिफरंटली. तर नेमकं या टॉपर्सनी डिफरंट असं काय केलं हे त्यांच्याच तोंडून आपल्याला आज ऐकायचंय. सुरुवातीला सगळ्यांना अशी रिक्वेस्ट करेन की त्यांनी थोडक्यात इंट्रोडक्शन, त्यांचे पीसीबी किंवा पीसीएमचे मार्क्स आणि त्यांनी कुठल्या कॉलेजला ऍडमिशन घेतले याविषयी सांगावं. त्यापूर्वी सगळ्यांनी एकदा पुन्हा जोरात टाळ्या वाजवाव्यात. सुरुवात आपण सागर पासून करणार.
Hello, my name is Sagar Patel and I got 194 with PCM and I am a computer student in MHT-CET.
Hello everyone, I am Yash Shah. I got 193 out of 200 in PCM CET and currently I am studying in ICT College for Chemical Engineering.
Good afternoon, my name is Vin Balaya. I have scored 193 out of 200 in PCB. Right now I am studying first year MBBS from St. G.S. Medical College.
Hello, my name is Aditya Gharyani. I scored 192 out of 200 in the PCM CET and I am studying electronics engineering in DJ Samri.
Hi friends, my name is Nandini Mazumdar. I scored 190 in PCM CET and currently I am studying electronics engineering in BJTI Mananga.
Hello everyone, I am Kush Doria. I scored 191 out of 200 in PCM CET and I am doing electronics in BJTI.
Hello everyone, my name is Pankaj Mistry. I got 191 out of 200 in PCM CET. I am studying BJTI in mechanical.
Hello everyone, I am Shalan Doshi. I got 190 out of 200 in PCM and now I am doing chemical engineering in ICT.
Now this question is for Sagar. He has stood second in Mumbai region. Sagar, was it a goal or dream or both to be topper in CET?
It was like both a goal and dream, but it was more about dream, getting that second rank in Maharashtra. The goal was to get above 190.
Okay. What about you?
My goal was not to top and or get some score in CET. Rather, the goal which I had set was to get admission in ICT, which I had made my mind that I wanted to do chemical engineering from FIJC. So I knew that the cutoffs over there were very high, so I needed to get a good score in CET. So basically, because of that, I studied hard to get admission in such a prestigious college.
Okay, I think you have to second or third in PCB Mumbai region. Yeah.
Mumbai region in 11th.
Okay. So what about you?
Yeah, it was both, but more it was towards the goal side because it was my goal to be a doctor. That's where my dream came true.
Now tell me, when did you set this goal? Yes, anybody? Yes, you.
I set the goal
in the school after half of my 11th standard was over, because that was the time when the real pressure started to set in, and that was the time we realized what courses we had available in engineering.
Okay. Now I would like to ask Nandini, when did you start studying seriously? I mean, we 10th खत्म हो गया and we took rest for 2-3 months. Now we have to study.
From the very first day we had class, I set my goal ki you have to start from the very beginning so that you don't lag in the end. And the classes began in the middle of 11th, so by then approximately that's it.
Okay. What about you, Shali? Same answer. But you can repeat that because everybody should know that one should start studying from day 1 of 11th standard.
Yeah, by mid-11th our classes are started, so by that time I started studying.
Okay. What about you?
Regular work is very important, but actually seriously solving papers and all started a little late for me, relatively. Around 1.5 months before after.
Okay. Now my next question is, did you prepare a timetable for study?
Me, yeah, I used to prepare time, like I never followed it. So in the end I decided whatever best suits you, you must pick up that book and study. Like it's not that you must follow the timetable and what is written in that, you must do that. Whatever you love at the right moment, do that first. So like if you like chemistry, pick up chemistry book. If you like physics, pick up physics. If you're feeling sleepy, read some English textbooks because it will make your mind, new ideas will come up. And yeah, for maths, you need a practice. So like daily, if you do, hard and only it is 50 sums. From your CET books. And so, it's better, it's easy going. Keep your schedule that way.
What about me?
And daily I used to prepare some chart for myself that today I will do this task for a day. Mostly I used to finish it off, but at times it was not.
Okay. Now tell me, when you prepare a timetable, is it for a week or month or what?
No, I used to make for a daily task that today I will do this chapter and this month MCQ and finish it off. I knew my ability on that basis I will be chart. It was not like hypothetical that today I will complete the whole chemistry.
Right. So, first, you can answer.
According to me, more than us, a professor set a timetable for us on a weekly basis because every Sunday we used to have a test and we had to study for the portion of that test. So it was a professor who had set the timetable for me and I used to follow that for consistent scores.
It was on a daily basis for me. I think preparing physics today and chemistry tomorrow, it was like that and not about weekly or monthly plans.
Okay. Will you suggest that every day all 3 or 4 subjects should be studied or what? Monday is get result for physics and then chemistry. Is this the right way or what is your opinion?
Both are right ways. The only thing is about management. If you can manage 3 subjects in a day, then it's okay. You can do it. You should do it, I think. And about single subject per day, I don't think you should go to it because in the end prelims count. And in the prelims, you have to give 3 subjects in a single day. Even on the final day, 3 subjects on a single day. So you should try to manage it out, and do 3 subjects in a day.
Now, Aditya, did you start preparing for board exams and CET simultaneously?
Yeah, actually, it has to be a balance, sort of, because you can't really tend to focus on one and leave the other right till the end. Because the balance is better.
So many students they rely only on crash course, so that is not correct, right? Okay. What about
to be very honest, I didn't start HSC quite till the end. We had sort of some mid prelims in the end, so after that only we could get into the rhythm. And I think 1-2 months before HSC you can simultaneously do both. Otherwise, somehow it kind of manages.
Yeah, even I follow the same schedule. Like I started in the December end, and I could probably finish my portion well before the boards. And like when I started at that time, I was pretty sure that I have to only concentrate on HSC. Like I limited maximum of the hours on HSC and few hours for CET. And yeah, that's it. Like you don't need a full year's time to prepare for HSC, frankly speaking, because CET scores do matter. So that's why HSC was like, yeah, you need to get a score. Fine, you study in the end, you will be able to. I mean, you will be able to crack the. Go through the exam well.
According to me also, you should start HSC around December and then Jan start, because in the end what matters is CET scores, because you get engineering colleges or medical colleges by your CET scores. But just to get good marks in HSC, you have to be studying for HSC at the end properly.
Okay. Now my next question is, how much importance did you give for theory? Because the common conception is that only multiple choice questions, only numericals are asked in physics. So much importance should not be given to theory part. Sagar, you agree with this?
Actually, this time around in physics, there were a few questions which are asked directly from theory. So it's of some importance as well. You should not concentrate only on MCQs and all those things, but theory also counts, according to me.
Yes.
If you know your theory well, then your base is strong, and then you can solve any question, whether it's MCQs, problems, or anything. So according to me, theory should be given some importance because it forms the base basically of that subject or topic.
Okay. It is usually said that these generation children are spoon-fed children. So what do you think, Aditya?
What exactly do you mean spoon-fed? I mean, to a certain extent, yeah, we guided a lot by teachers and we have a lot of facilities, but I won't.
My question regarding this is, have you prepared at least 2-3 topics of your own, on your own rather than first listening to teacher in college or class?
Yeah, to a certain extent, a few topics which were not supposed to be so important had to be done on our own, but they were easy and we could manage.
Okay.
I completely skipped over 11th. I mean, I did it by self-study, to be frank. I didn't join any classes, and a bit of having a base helps, but the sirs, the professors, they do clear it out in 12th. So 12th में spoon feeding थोड़ा सा होता है, but in the end that's the goal. So we can achieve it by not doing 11th.
Okay. Now my next question is to you. In physics, you get hardly 50 to 54 seconds to solve one sum, right? So regarding that, what preparation you did for increasing the speed and all that?
Again, for this theory as well as your practical knowledge of sums is important, because if you know the theory, you will understand what the question is asking you, and that is where most of the students waste their time. They sometimes don't understand what the question demands. So theory is equally important as MCQs, and then after understanding the question, not making any calculation errors in that is very important. So both theory as well as practical is important, but the speed doesn't matter, because once coaching starts, we all are slow. No one is as fast as is required. But in the end, while we are doing our prelims, or when we started our 12th, we all leveled up the speed to complete the problems in the required time.
Okay. What about Yash?
For increasing the speed in physics, we had to solve many books, do a lot of practice, because it is only through practice that your speed will increase and you make less mistakes. So in that, we had done a lot of practice to maintain our speed in order to complete the paper.
Sir, roughly how many sums you solve in physics?
Sums?
Approximately.
I don't remember how many sums did I solve, but I did solve 3 books. Those were suggested by my professor, and of course the professor's notes. And not to forget GTV, government textbook.
Yeah. इथे मला आमच्या पुण्याचे जे डॉक्टर अल्ल देशमुख आहेत त्यांनी सांगितलेली 2 वाक्य आठवतात, मी शेअर करतो. त्यांचं म्हणणं की ही जी परीक्षा आहे ते खरं 10वीच्या परीक्षेबद्दल बोलत होते, पण बरंचसं 12वीच्या परीक्षेसाठी पण ते ऍप्लिकेबल आहे. तर त्यांचं म्हणणं ही परीक्षा बुद्धिमत्तेची फारशी परीक्षा नाही, ही कष्टाची परीक्षा आहे. आणि त्यांचं दुसरं वाक्य असं आहे की ही परीक्षा पाठ्यपुस्तकाची परीक्षा आहे, टेस्टची परीक्षा आहे. तर मला इथे तुला मी विचारायचं की इज इट नेसेसरी टू प्रिपेअर युअर टेक्स्टबुक थेरम?
In textbook, some concepts are not made very clear last year, but few corrections came and the textbook was done very properly. For biology, the textbook was the hard. So in physics, you need to go little bit outside textbook because you need to understand the concept and all. So for chemistry, textbook is thorough, but for physics, you need to go little out.
Okay. Did you think that there was at least one question about which nothing was mentioned in the textbook? Did it happen?
No. All of it was mentioned in the textbook as well as the reference books that our teachers mentioned for us. So I don't think anything was not available to us. We had all the information with us and the questions asked were from the textbooks.
Okay. पुढचा सगळ्यांच्या जिव्हाळ्याचा म्हणण्यापेक्षा सगळ्यांना त्याबद्दल खूप उत्सुकता असणारा प्रश्न, फिजिक्स सगळ्यात कठीण विषय समजला जातो. मला आठवतं माझा एक विद्यार्थी, त्याला सीईटीला मॅथमॅटिक्स मध्ये 100 out of 100 होते. In physics, he scored 18 out of 50 and he could score only 22 in chemistry. तर फिजिक्स विषयी मला विचारायचं की खरंच फिजिक्स एवढं डिफिकल्ट आहे?
It's not difficult. You can stay one step ahead always. If there's some chapter going on in class, you can simultaneously refer other reference books and get all your bases covered. And a lot of practice papers also help in physics, and it's always beneficial to get your doubts solved instantly from your professors right at the moment. If you delay it, then creates a backlog, so that shouldn't be the case.
Okay, what about Adit?
Physics, the main problem with the physics paper was the time. It's generally not so difficult if you have enough time. A professor also used to tell us that if we give you a little more time, I'm sure you'll be able to solve it.
Right.
The crunch is the time. So a certain amount of practice is required, but that should do it. If you practice your problems properly, it covers it.
I think the most important thing is your concept should be clear. That is very important. And one more thing, I think calculation part. So for that, as Sir said, you should know tables and all that. Right? Yes, you
talk about the calculation part thing is you must know how to handle these figures which come. Like whatever the numerals are, you must know how to manipulate and make it cut short.
Okay.
The equation is you have lots of calculation numbers, division, multiplication all together, put in together. So like you must know how to boil it down to a simple 3/4. There should be less amount of calculation. You must be able to manipulate so well, and you must get the right answer. Not that you get a different answer. So like you must be like it happens only through practice. There's no way you must not need tables, that's it. But you must have your own your own techniques device how to bring it down, the entire equation that you have. And you need a lot of practice for that. You can't just do it in a day's effort. So consistent efforts, give you awesome results.
I want to ask Sagar, elimination method helps in physics? Elimination technique, that is, out of the 4 options for the solution, A cannot be the correct option, B cannot be the correct option. So competition is between C and D, like that.
Actually, I never thought of that. You don't get that much time to look at the options and decide. The first and foremost thing comes to the mind is the question itself. You read the question, the mind begins to work on its own. You do the calculation and get the answer. I never thought of that elimination.
I pretty much use the elimination technique to a very good extent. Not only physics and maths and chemistry also, because it helps to cut down the options, and many times you just didn't get the exact figure. So whichever answer is nearest to the final answer which I have got through my calculation, I should just mark that as the answer. Like after reading the question, I used to have a look at the 4 options, and like 1 or 2 options used to get eliminated on the first look only. Like this cannot be the answer for this question, so it helped me a lot.
What about this?
options, there are 2 points which are not related with that, so you can eliminate it. Even in that numericals, you can jumble the numbers and you can get the approximate answer. So you can easily remove the options from there.
Right. Actually, I'm not good in physics, but I think value of G is 9.8 meter per second, right? So if in a sum, if we take 10 instead of 9.8, is it okay?
Yeah, it's
better. But sometimes, at least I know in 1 or 2 sums in mathematics, in options they give numbers like 10.1, then in another option 10.2, 10.3. So in such cases, approximation will not work. But in physics it works, right?
Yeah, it works. Because presently options are quite far.
Right.
So only one is the nearest one.
Okay.
You can approximate.
Okay. हा एक महत्त्वाचा मुद्दा आता जे लोक सीईटी देणार आहेत त्यांच्यासाठी अर्थात ऑप्शन्स वर पण बरंच अवलंबून आहे पण आन्सर्स मध्ये बऱ्यापैकी फरक असेल अगदी 9.8 च गेलं पाहिजे असं नाही then you can consider 10 also. Then you referred regarding reference books, so can you please suggest few reference books for the students?
Yes, for chemistry I think Himalaya and Uttam are considered good for numericals. Physics I think Marvelous, Target, Navneet and Pragya also are considered the better ones. And regarding maths I think Uttam and Marvel, that's what I have heard.
Okay.
Plus NCERT books, that way if you go to see people that suggested in the beginning the maths you can refer but doesn't really help. So I think the CET these books are required.
What about Sagar?
They are all the same books. I followed the same books. The only change was that I followed Vidya Bharti in physics as well.
I thought reference book means one which is called as Bible of Physics, rest in Holiday. So, first books you mean? No. For physics?
I followed those books that Marvel, Vidya Bharti,
The Bible would be actually the government textbook and to some extent a sir's professor's notes. That covers all the theory and the standard numericals. And apart from that, from the reference book you get a lot of variations plus a little tidbits of theory here and there. That helps it.
नंदिनी महत्त्वाचा मुद्दा सांगितलाय की तिचं म्हणणं आपलं जे टेक्स्टबुक आहे तेच खरं बायबल आहे फक्त मला एक असं वाटतंय की बरेचदा यू आर सपोज टू रीड बिटवीन द लाईन्स फिजिक्स मध्ये only formula is given you should know the derivation also in some cases so some can be asked on that also am I right? पुढचा एक प्रश्न अनेकांना असं वाटतं की किती टेस्ट सोडवलं पाहिजे फुल पोर्शन टेस्ट कारण अनेकांना तो एक हे असतं की 20 टेस्ट 30 टेस्ट 40 टेस्ट त्यामुळे किती टेस्ट दिल्या पाहिजे फुल पोर्शन टेस्ट
After HSC we had many full portion tests. Every week I think we had 2. So around 20-30 after HSC we had solved.
Okay. So you mean 20 should be given.
After HSC, if you practice full portion test, it's very good because CET is a race against time. So if you do full portion test, then it will be good for the CET also.
Like 20-30 at our professor's place, okay, and remaining 50 to 60 at our home. They used to give us home tests to solve. So like they just told us that these tests that we give over here are just part of it. The rest you have to perform at your home first of all. So like you are given, if you write one test at the coaching classes, you have to write nearly 2 tests at your home, but the same way.
Okay.
So like the chapters are also prepared well, and like you write for one chapter you write 3 tests. So like a full portion in a day you write 3 tests. So like that way we used to practice. Like it used to be like nearly 100 tests we had given. You can say nearly 100 before CET.
Great.
You know, including the class test and the home test. So we were well through the full portion.
I agree with Uncle. We had at least 100 tests, out of which 30 or 40 we wrote in coaching classes, and around 60-70 we wrote at home by ourselves. But the most important thing that we were instructed by our teachers was writing tests is one thing, and writing tests in the required time is another thing.
Yes. usually the problem when you saw that test at home, so
you tend to get a bit lenient with yourself. You say, okay, 15 minutes extra is
nothing
great. But during the exam, even the last 30 seconds, 30 seconds, you have enough time to mark 30 questions in the paper. So the timing is very important. Solving questions is okay. Everyone is going to solve questions, but someone who can solve questions in the prescribed time, that is very important. That is where practice comes into place.
So, how many tests did you solve? Full portion. Full portion.
Yeah, nearly 100 tests. Same thing, we got on the same batch.
मला इथे तुम्हाला हे सांगायचं की हे सगळे टॉपर्स आहेत बरोबर प्रत्येकाला काय 180 प्लस मिळतील असं नाही प्रत्येकाने आपापल्या कपॅसिटी एवढे मार्क्स काढलेच पाहिजे ज्यांची कपॅसिटी खूप नाही त्यांना मला इथे असं सांगावं असं वाटतं की 100 टेस्टच्या मागे न लागता कारण 100 टेस्ट म्हणजे 90 मिनिट्स इंटू 100 एवढा वेळ तुमचा जाणार आहे तर त्याला बराच वेळ तुम्ही एखादा टॉपिक चांगला तयार करण्यासाठी देऊ शकता त्यामुळे आपण आपली कपॅसिटी आपली प्रिपरेशन ओळखावी आणि त्यावरून किती टेस्ट द्यायचे हे ठरवावं. Now my next question is what should be the sequence because many students they say that first you should solve 15-20 questions from chemistry and then physics and then again you should come back to chemistry. So what will you suggest? Yes, from
sequence which I followed was first you should solve chemistry. It is preferable because you get all the answers quickly. Mostly there are theoretical questions, the chemical reaction and all theoretical questions. So you can quickly get them within 5 or 10 seconds, not more than that. Chemistry gets over within 20 minutes, you can move on to physics. Physics takes a lot of time, so chemistry is preferable first.
You have seen like your chemistry paper gets over very quickly because it's only just theory questions. So if you know a theory well, then the chemistry paper won't take much time, but physics takes time. So you have to dedicate more time to physics.
It depends on the students. Like for me, the physics was the trump card. So I started with physics and then went for the chemistry.
Yeah, like you said, it's from person to person. Some people may like physics better, so they should opt for physics. Whatever you feel is your stronger subject, you should opt for that first. Secure the marks that you can, and then go on to the next.
It also is very important to set aside around 10 minutes minimum exclusively for marking, and during that time you have to be absolutely certain which question what you're marking against. Because I can talk from experience during the test and classes I may have not been in the right state of mind. I made a few mistakes in order in successive days, so that cost me a lot of marks. So out of that you can be better be safe than sorry. I've known a friend who did the same in CET and it kind of cost him a lot of marks.
यावर एक तुमच्या लक्षात येईल की हे प्रत्येकाने आपापलं ठरवायचं मला जर फिजिक्स आवडत असेल फिजिक्स जमत असेल तर मी आधी फिजिक्सने सुरुवात करेन पण हे सुरुवातीलाच ठरवा परीक्षेत वेळेवर प्रयोग त्या बाबतीत अजिबात करू नका म्हणजे सुरुवातीला टेस्टला मी आधी फिजिक्स घ्यायचो माझा सगळे केमिस्ट्री सोडवतात म्हणून मी आधी केमिस्ट्री सोडली तर असं तुमच्यापैकी कोणी परीक्षेत करू नये. पुढचा प्रश्न माझा हा आहे की आता जसं आम्ही एडनेक्सचा म्हणतो तसं ऑनलाईन एज्युकेशनचा तुमच्यापैकी कोणी फ्रँकली सांगायला हरकत नाही कोणी उपयोग करून घेतला nobody use online education but do you think it is good to use online education? What is your
again it depends upon the person like who does not like to study from books he may go for online help. So like we were thorough with our books so that we didn't find online help as helpful as the hardcore books which we had. Like also remember one does not like to study as the books in front of him. We can always go for online help. It's one person's liking. So like
it has all its advantages, online exams, time management and everything, but there are a few distractions which you can nicely eliminate. Friends must be on Facebook and stuff. It's very easy to get distracted. So whether to stick to a normal pen and paper method and set our focus with that?
I asked this question because in Mumbai, EIEEE exam is strictly online, right? Pardon? Part was offline also? Okay. But in near future, all these exams will be strictly online. So, if you do not use online education from the beginning, and if you directly go for the exam, I don't think a student will be able to do well in the exam. Right? Okay. My next question is, what about hobby? Did you continue with that hobby or?
Hobbies is also very important because while preparing for CET, the amount of classes and amount of work you have, you will never be able to take out time for yourself. But unless and until you do that, you will never be able to concentrate on your studies also. Like I used to play a lot of sports. So if a month I don't play sports while I'm studying, the matches that are going on or I might have played start coming into my mind. So I'm neither being able to study nor being able to concentrate on sports. So it's very essential to do what you like aside your studies. So it's just that you should not study the entire day. You should do something for yourself. Anything, not just sports. If someone likes music or drawing or reading, anything apart from your studies. That's important.
Definitely agree with Coach. Your schedules will be balanced enough. Like keep studies as your important part, and few hours or few minutes you can donate to your entertainment and your rejuvenation part. So like it should not be only study, because at the end, it definitely affects as a person. Like you must put a smiling face on first of all, and you're studying also, you're getting marks, and also my enjoyment factor is satisfied. So it should not be only studying. Your schedule should be balanced enough. Sports should be a part, your music, TV, whatever you like to do, you must do it. But limited to that. Like you must give more importance to academics because it's required. Because in the end you must sacrifice it. Then only you get so much good results.
I agree with them that you need that time for yourself, otherwise you can't concentrate on your studies. Like I started the guitar, so I gave at least 2 or 3 hours a day to that, but the rest of the time I was able to focus more on my studies. So it helps, like a stress buster.
I completely agree with them. I'm a hardcore cricket fan and I used to see at least an hour of every match. Of course, cricket matches are of 6 hours, but still I used to follow it. And if you begin from the start, begin from the start, you can surely follow your hobbies.
Yes.
I also did follow my hobbies, but because of studying, I had to sacrifice them to a certain extent. But I also agree with everyone that you need to find a hobby that will relieve you of the stress so that you can concentrate better on studying.
For a proper sleep and your hobby will lead to your great success, I guess. I had a hobby of watching animations. I had it in my mobile and after finishing 2-3 papers, I used to watch it. A proper sleep and your hobby would be better.
You think that biological science should not be disturbed, right?
Yes.
So that is very important. हा एक महत्त्वाचा मुद्दा सगळ्यांनी लक्षात घ्यावा. उगीच परीक्षा जवळ आली म्हणून रात्रभर जाऊन अभ्यास करायचा आणि दिवसातून झोप काढायची, तर खरं तर या टॉपर्सकडे तुम्ही हे शिकलं पाहिजे. असं करायची वेळच येणार नाही जर तुम्ही अगदी सुरुवातीपासून अभ्यास केला तर. मला कायम याचा अट्रॅक्शन वाटत आलं मॅथी फिगर, म्हणजे 100 out of 100 इन मॅथमॅटिक्स किंवा Nandini scored 50 out of 50 in chemistry. So I want to ask Sagar, Pankil, Kush and Nandini, तुम्ही असे वेगळे efforts घेतले होते to score out of marks in that particular subject? Have you taken special efforts to secure 100 out of 100 marks in mathematics?
Yeah, special efforts as well. We used to solve, I mean, whatever you have, whatever stuff your professors have given, just solve it. Finish it off. And special efforts, yeah, we used to, we were thorough with our concepts and we were thorough with our formulae. The formulae were a bit bad, and yeah, I mean, no, there was also additional efforts. Like we give equal time for all these subjects, and it depends upon like, yeah, you need a lot of practice for that, and yeah, I mean, no special, like, all effort we are given equal time for all these subjects.
Yeah, I agree with him. We gave equal efforts to all the subjects. In the end, we gave our best. When we expected good results. It was not like getting full in that. If you get, it's good. If you don't get, it's okay. But we gave our best.
I wouldn't have expected fluent chemistry, but I think not favored this way. And you get used to it once if you're in the classes and you've given your test, you get used to a mindset, okay, 100 is achievable, 50 is achievable, then time and again you start to remember, you feel like, okay, that you need to get into that kind of mindset to solve the paper and achieve a full 50. So it is achievable, just have to stick to your normal routine and put it on the hard work.
अनेकांना असं वाटत असतं की 12वीत काही अभ्यास नाही केला तरी चालणार आहे, आता 12वीचा अभ्यास केला नाही तरी चालणार आहे. अनेक लोक असं म्हणतात की 12वीचं महत्त्व संपलं. मार्कांना महत्त्व नसेल तर 12वीचं महत्त्व कधी संपत नाही. तर आपण यांना यांचे 12चे मार्क्स विचारू. सागर
94%.
ग्रेट. बघा 12ला 94% आहे आणि म्हणूनच ही स्टूड सेकंड इन मुंबई. ग्रेट.
90%.
बघा 83%. Okay, but what about PCB?
PCB 95%.
95. Okay.
85.
And in PCM 90. Okay.
90.2 aggregate.
Very good.
96 aggregate percentage.
I got 94 and PCM was 96%.
Great.
91.5 and PCM 95.
Okay. Now looking back, do you think you made some mistakes which could have been avoided? सागर म्हणाले की मला इतके छान मार्क्स आहेत, मला वाटतं का मी चुका केल्या, पण तरी 6 मार्क्स कमी आहेत 200 ला.
Not really. I don't think I made any mistakes. I gave my best. I got what I deserve. 194 is great, and I think I'm happy with it.
पण तुला असं नाही वाटत की अजून थोडं एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट्स किंवा वेगळ्या पद्धतीने घेतले असते तर एवढा स्कोर 1 or 2 मार्क्स हो?
This was my capacity and I got it.
Yes.
I had a habit of making silly mistakes from the beginning, but I used to work on it, do more practice, do some meditation to avoid them. But in CET also I made a silly mistake which I remember till now. But now I don't regret it because like I had set my goal for 190. So since I got more than that, I do not regret it that much.
I said before that I love physics, and so I was expecting out of marks in physics from the beginning only because I don't know, I like the physics very well, but I did a few mistakes in physics. I don't know how it went off, but it's fine now.
Okay. Aditya?
Like I said, there's always scope for improvement, but I'm happy with how much I've done. I put in my effort, took my best, and got the result.
Agree with them. Initially, I scored the least, I think, in physics, 42 out of 50, but that kind of got made up in chemistry, so yeah, I don't have any regrets as such. And 190.
Okay.
It's always said that they ask all doctors how much of sleep is important for your good health, and every doctor answers 7 hours, 8 hours. Then they asked a common man who used to work every day, and he said 10 more minutes. So if we all look back, we'll all come across some points where we could have done better. But there is no point in looking back now. We can't go there, we can't change that. We've all done well, and we've all in our respective courses where we wanted to go. So I don't think I regret anything I did before or right now I'm doing. 191 is a pretty good score.
Yeah, it is.
In the class test, I used to make a new mistake in every test. So I just thought that I shouldn't make, I made this mistake in this test, I must not repeat it in final one. And yeah, I mean, PC overall was 91, so like I had expected more, but it's fine. You know, my maths 100, made me score above 190, which I always had dreamt of. And you know, and now I'm standing in front of you all. This is a great thing. So why should I regret what my past?
No, not exactly regret, but ऐसे लगता है कि अगर ये करता मैं तो 2 marks और मिल जाता.
But it happens in every field you do. You know, if you get something, you must think if I could have done this, that way, I could have been more rewarding. It's fun if we had amongst all the toppers, and how should we feel?
So you should be content with what you have done.
You should be content, but I regret my few things, but it's fine. You know, and now I go to the prestigious college, so it's fine.
Like Yash said, we used to make a lot of silly mistakes like not reading the question properly and all that. So our teachers told that you prepare a correction book and whatever you make, whatever mistakes you make, you write them down and refer to it before CET. So you can know that where you can improve and where you are bad. So I think that you should make a correction book for mistakes.
I consider the top 100 rank as the same only because it's that 3 hours that they have done a mistake and on that moment. So the first 100 rank is the same because after going to a professional college, no one asks you that which rank you had or something.
Yeah, but see, because of cutthroat competition, it is possible that you do not get admission in a good particular college because you scored 1 mark less. This won't happen in your case, but getting 190 and getting 192 is different. It is possible. It is likely that admission is closed on 191. So student getting 190 will think that मैं ऐसा कर रहा था मुझे 2 marks मिल सकते थे. That is what I am asking.
But that thing should come when you are preparing for it.
Can you share the secret of your success in 1 or 2 lines?
Just live passionately, dedicate and determined efforts amalgamated with honesty and hard work towards your work will definitely achieve your goals.
I will just say you have to let go all kinds of fear in your heart and mind, because the various kinds of fear that we have is fear of your professors, fear of not scoring well, fear of making one mistake, fear of getting 49 out of 50 in 81 tests. All these kinds of fear of getting lesser than your friends so that they tease you or something. So that kind of fear has to be let go, because only if you have a clear mind can you write a clear paper. That's it.
I think I'd say that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, so you can always pep up yourself and just keep a clear head and clear mind and just focus on whatever you're doing. And eventually, if you're sticking to your routine, then there's nothing stopping you.
Like I said, there is one thing I want to add. There is no excellence without labor. You have to practice, you have to work hard, and that's what makes a difference at the end.
As he said, you should have always a hunger for a better rank. If you scored 49 in physics, then there is an improvement in 50. If you score 50, then the next test you should get. Like till then, my mentor did not praise me after scoring a state rank 20. Then she did not praise me like just see you have MBBS, you have PG and all. So it should be a hanger or greed for something better than that.
You should always give the exam with an open mind, not think much about the result, just focus on the exam which you are getting at that point of time, and all the hard work which you are putting in will show in the result. That's it.
Being interested in studies is very important. Without interest you cannot get this much marks, and preparing from the very beginning, that's it.
Shalin, you have an answer.
Also say that you should not be under the force of your parents that you have to do engineering. You should do what you like. If you like studying and if you want to do engineering, then only you will score. you're fourth, then I don't think then you can score well.
मला असं वाटतं या सगळ्यांनी आपल्या यशाचं सिक्रेट तुम्हाला सांगितलं आहे. त्याचं थोडक्यात सार असं आपल्याला सांगता येईल की 11वीच्या सुरुवातीपासूनच अभ्यासाला लागलं पाहिजे आणि फक्त अभ्यास असं न करता तुमची जर एखादी हॉबी असेल तर ती पण तुम्ही परस्यू केली पाहिजे. अर्थात यू टू फाइंड गोल्डन मीन. किती अभ्यास, किती तुम्ही छंदाला वेळ आहात, भरपूर परीक्षा तुम्ही दिल्या पाहिजे आणि परीक्षेचं टेन्शन न घेता जर तुम्ही अभ्यास केला तर तुम्हाला परीक्षेत नक्की चांगले मार्क्स मिळतील. मी आपले जे सगळे आजचे शिलेदार आहेत टॉपर्स त्यांना त्यांच्या पुढच्या यशासाठी शुभेच्छा देतो आणि पुढची सूत्र देखील बांधलेले सरांकडे. पुण्यात एक पालकांपैकी पेरेंट्सपैकी एक जण इथे आले होते ते म्हणले की मला पण शेअर करायचे माझे व्ह्यूज. तर इथे बसलेल्या पेरेंट्सपैकी एव्हरीबडी इज इंटरेस्टेड. एक 5 मिनिटं जर तुम्ही तुमचे एक्सपिरियन्सेस सांगितले तर इथे उपस्थित पेरेंट्सना त्याचा फायदा होईल. येस, नंदिनीज मदर, विल यू प्लीज कम. आधी लोकांना खरंच आवडेल. पुण्याला तर आमच्या मुलाखतीपेक्षा त्यांना जास्त टाळ्या मिळाल्या होत्या. सो प्लीज वेलकम आदित्य.
First of all, I'd like to give a big congratulations to all the children here. They've done very well and they made us all very proud. So that is one thing. Like they've said it all, you have to put in hard work. Yes, but you have to also enjoy doing what you're doing. As parents, we need to see that they eat well, sleep well, enjoy themselves. Besides studying, studying is a must, but they must enjoy themselves as well. Because like Nandini said, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So that is, I think they've given you all their inputs which are part of ours as well. So I think that they have summarized better than all of us. A lot of credit goes to their teachers as well. So that I think should also be mentioned, that the teachers are as important as we are, and the credit goes to them as well. So I think that's what I need to say. Thank you very much.
आता हा जो कार्यक्रम आपण घेतला, मला खात्री आहे तुम्हाला सर्वांना नक्कीच फायदेशीर ठरलेला असणार आहे, उपयुक्त ठरलेला असणार आहे. खूप छान सर्व विद्यार्थ्यांनी त्यांना विचारलेल्या प्रश्नांना उत्तर दिली, त्यांचे सगळे अनुभव सांगितले आणि जे काही सो कॉल्ड सिक्रेट असतं, ते मगाशी सर म्हटलेलं असतं सिक्रेट ऑफ सक्सेस, ते त्यांनी तुमच्यासमोर सगळं उघड केलेलं आहे आणि कुठल्याही याच्यात त्यांनी काही भेदभाव केलेले नाही आहे. आणि याबद्दल मी सर्व विद्यार्थ्यांचं एडनेक्सातर्फे आपल्या सर्वांतर्फे अभिनंदन करतो. आपण पुन्हा एकदा त्यांच्यासाठी जोरदार टाळ्या वाजवू. त्याबरोबरच आता आपला कार्यक्रम संपलेला आहे. फक्त 2-3 अनाउन्समेंट्स करायच्या आहेत. मी मगाशी तुम्हाला म्हटलं होतं तसं वेबिनार्स जे आहेत आमचे ते रोज आम्ही चालू असतात सगळ्या स्टँडर्डच्या स्टुडंटसाठी, 9वी 10वी 11वी 12वी. तर उद्या आमचे 2 वेबिनार्स आहेत, ते फ्री वेबिनार्स आहेत, सगळ्यांना ते अटेंड करता येणार आहे. त्याच्यासाठी तुम्ही आमचे पेड स्टुडंट असायची गरज नाही. उद्या रात्री 9 वाजता म्हणजे सोमवारी 6 तारखेला रात्री 9 वाजता 11वीसाठी आमचा केमिस्ट्रीचा एक चॅप्टर आम्ही घेणार आहोत, चालू करणार आहोत. तो म्हणजे स्टेट्स ऑफ मॅटर. आमच्या अभ्यंकर मॅडम म्हणून आहे, त्या तो कंडक्ट करणार आहे. तो ओव्हर द स्पॅन ऑफ 2 to 3 वेबिनार्स आम्ही तो चॅप्टर घेणार आहोत. त्यानंतर 12वीसाठी सेम टाईम 9 वाजता केमिस्ट्रीचाच टॉपिक आहे, कंपाऊंड्स कंटेनिंग नायट्रोजन. जे आमच्या कुलकर्णी मॅडम म्हणून आहे पुण्याच्या, त्या तो कंडक्ट करणार आहे. तर तुमच्याकडे जे कोणी 11वीला असतील त्यांनी तो 11वीचा वेबिनार अटेंड करावा आणि जे 12thला असतील त्यांनी 12thचा वेबिनार अटेंड करावा. फॉर दॅट यू जस्ट हॅव टू विजिट ednexa.com. You have to create a free account and log in using those details, your email ID, your username and password. And on the dashboard side, you will see a link to join this particular lecture. And जर क्लिक केलं की डायरेक्टली तुम्हाला ते लेक्चर जॉईन होता येईल आणि बाकी कसली त्यासाठी तुम्हाला गरज भासणार नाही. तर तुम्ही जरूर ते वेबिनार जॉईन करा 11वी आणि 12वीचे. आणि यानंतरचे सगळे काही वेबिनार्स जे आम्ही फ्री कंडक्ट करणार आहोत त्याबद्दल आम्ही तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना SMS पाठवून त्याची सगळ्याची माहिती देऊ आणि तुम्हाला हे सगळे वेबिनार्स अटेंड करता येईल. फक्त एकच गोष्ट आहे की हे जे सगळे वेबिनार्स आहेत त्याचे रेकॉर्डिंग जी आम्ही केलेली आहे ती फक्त आमच्या पेड स्टुडंटना अवेलेबल करून दिलेली आहे. जे पेड स्टुडंटना ती रेकॉर्डिंग कितीही वेळा बघता येणार आहे. मी मगाशी म्हटलं होतं तुम्हाला जर आमच्या प्रॉडक्टमध्ये इंटरेस्ट असेल किंवा काही चौकशी करायची असेल तर बाहेर पडताना आमचे काउंटर खाली आहे आणि तिथे आमचे रिप्रेझेंटेटिव्ह आहेत. त्यांच्याकडे तुम्हाला चौकशी करता येईल किंवा रजिस्ट्रेशनसुद्धा करता येईल. आज फक्त तुम्हाला नाव नोंदवायचं, फक्त नाव घ्यायचं, स्टुडंटचं नाव, फोन नंबर आणि जो कोर्स तुम्हाला ऑप्ट करायचा आहे त्याचे डिटेल्स. आणि आज जर तुम्ही हे केलं तर आम्ही तुम्हाला खास 10% डिस्काउंट देणार आहोत. याबद्दल काही माहिती हवी असेल तर तुम्ही बाहेर आम्हाला विचारू शकता. आज तुम्ही सर्वजण इकडे आला आणि आमच्या या कार्यक्रमाचा फायदा घेतला याबद्दल महाराष्ट्र टाइम्स आणि ॲडमिन्सतर्फे मी तुमचे सर्वांचे आभार मानतो. आणि त्याचबरोबर या टॉपर्सना त्यांच्या पुढच्या वाटचालीसाठी, फ्युचर एन्जॉयसाठी ॲडमिन्सतर्फे आपल्या सगळ्यांतर्फे शुभेच्छा देतो. धन्यवाद.
Father didn't prepare for IIT, but he did prepare for AIT. पण मेनली त्यांनी CET वर फोकस केलं होतं.
I only prepared for CET and I just cleared AIT on the base of CET portion and my score was 150 or 151 on 360.
Okay. Yes, Sharon. According.
I only prepared for CET, but I gave the AIT exam based on whatever I knew on CET portion. I got 229.
Okay.
I think it will be.
Nandini.
I gave AIT and MH-CET also on the basis of CET preparation. I scored 185 out of 450 in MH-CET. AIT 120. But yeah, the major focus is definitely CET because you tend to get a little disoriented after a while because
I gave the AIT, but I did not give the JEE. My major focus is again the CE, and I scored 163 out of 360 in the AIT.
मला असं वाटतं एक महत्त्वाचं म्हणजे कन्क्लुजन तुम्ही काढणार आहात. पण असा जो समज आहे की IIT ची तयारी केली म्हणजे CET मार्क्स पडतातच, तर असं नसावं. कारण IIT सगळी जेवढी मुलं देतात त्या सगळ्यांना काय ऍडमिशन मिळत नाही. त्यामुळे जर आपल्याला IIT जमणार नसेल तर त्यामागे न लागता मान खाली घालून MHT-CET चा अभ्यास करावा हे श्रेय असतं असं मी तरी यावरून कन्क्लुजन ड्रॉ केले. तुम्ही ठरवा. धन्यवाद. नाही आता यावर्षीच कोणालाही माहिती नाही, शिक्षण मंत्र्यांना पण माहिती नाही. नाही अजून सर
काहीच करत नाही. त्यामुळे पेरेंट लोक आणि स्टुडंट लोक टेन्शन मध्ये असतात. तर ते स्टेट गव्हर्नमेंट चुकीचं आहे. काहीतरी डिसिजन घ्यायला पाहिजे.
आम्ही तुमच्याच प्रकारचे आहोत. आम्ही तुमच्याजवळ गेलेले सर. त्यामुळे मी काही जमलेल्या पालकांना आवाहन करेन की त्यांनी याबद्दल काहीतरी केलं पाहिजे.
नाही म्हणजे स्टुडंट मला अननेसेसरी कंटिन्यू 2013ला CET द्यायची की IC द्यायची नक्की accept नाही पाहिजे.
नाही असं म्हणतात की एक महिन्यात ते क्लिअर होईल. आता एक महिना कुठनं मोजायचं हे जरा तुमच्या ह्याची दखल महाराष्ट्र टाइम्स तुमचं जे म्हणणं आहे महाराष्ट्र टाइम्सच्या लोकांच्या कामावर